All right, everyone. So, uh, obviously, there's going to be some changes to our classroom as we're moving remote. I thought I'd make a quick video to talk about those changes, especially if you weren't able to come to my 7 p.m. conference I held last night. It ended up being quite a disaster. Not a disaster. We had fun. It was a lot of fun. But it doesn't look like Big Blue Button is ready to handle the type of lecturing that I want to be able to do. It's glitching a lot, and it would make trying to lecture live a big hassle, and we wouldn't get through nearly enough material. So let's talk about some changes and stuff, and that we're going to make it through. So changes to lecturing. I am going to pre-record my lectures by section and post them on YouTube and post the links in Canvas, as well as posting my written lecture notes. So you'll have a PDF file with written lecture notes, and then there will be a video posted with me lecturing just like I normally do. The difference being that there's not opportunity for me to pause and ask for questions, which will make the videos go faster, so it will be a faster watch, but it doesn't allow you to ask your questions in real time. So what we're going to do instead, I'm going to have live question answer sessions during our regular class time, so Tuesday, Thursday from 2 to 3:20, and I will use Big Blue Button for that. I think Big Blue Button will be fine for that type of more casual question answer type atmosphere rather than me trying to use it and it glitching as I'm trying to get a lot of information out via a lecture. So the live question answer session will be like, you said this in the lecture, what did you mean by this? Or can you do a question that looks like this? So that's what we'll be doing for class time. Now, a link will be emailed out before class begins, but there's been a lot of problems on Canvas. Canvas doesn't seem to be sending messages the way that it's supposed to. You should be getting a message from Canvas. If not, just log into the conferences button when class time is going, and that you should see a conference pop up for that day. Attendance at this will be optional. It'll be there if you have questions, and if you don't have questions, just make sure you're watching those videos and doing your ALEKS homework assignments. The biggest changes are going to come with our exams. Now, previous to this, when we had talked in person, I said that I would like to do take-home exams and that you'd have time to do them, and then you would scan them and turn them back to me. I've changed my mind kind of going forward after talking to a lot of colleagues, talking to a lot of you, and I think that the way that's going to be the easiest to transition will be to move our exams onto ALEKS itself. So the exams will be on ALEKS sort of the same way that your quizzes are. Well, exactly the same way your quizzes are, but they'll be an hour and 20 minutes long. They'll have questions from all the sections, and the questions are going to come directly from your ALEKS topics. You will get 3 attempts at each of the exams. So for exam 2, you'll get 3 attempts to do it, and whatever your best score is will be your score on that exam. I figured this was best going forward because we're all a little stressed right now, and I don't think anyone's brains are working 100% at all times. This gives us a chance to take the exam, realize that we did not know enough, that we need to go back and study. It allows us the grace to go back and study and then come back with new knowledge and try again. I think everyone is going through a lot right now, and we all deserve a little bit of leniency in this. So that's why I have that 3 attempt thing. So no longer will they be take home. They will be on ALEKS, which means there's not partial credit, but you will get those 3 attempts. And the questions will come directly from the ALEKS topics, which means that you'll have seen the types of problems already. I will still be posting exam reviews, but the exam reviews will be a little different than what you'll see on the actual test because my exam reviews were written with my own written tests in mind, not with an ALEKS test in mind. For the exam dates, I'm going to have them open for about 5 days at a time. And by about, I mean exactly 5 days at a time. They'll open on a Monday, they'll close on a Friday. You'll have 3 attempts anytime between Monday and Friday, but you want to make sure you are done by Friday at 11:59 p.m. I don't know what happens if you are in the middle of a test when that deadline hits, but I have a feeling that ALEKS will just close the exam for you. So I would definitely start on Monday, do 1 attempt Monday, and then if that doesn't go good, try again throughout the week. but make sure it's done no later than the Friday of the testing weeks. These are the original testing weeks that we have on the calendar. Things might need to be switched around. We'll just kind of have to see as we go. The big question is really the final exam, and I kind of have two options here. If classes do end up resuming in person, then we will do our final exam in person. It'll be a written exam, just like exam one. It'll happen during our scheduled final date, which is May 12th. So it would go on as it was supposed to. However, I think we know it's much more likely that classes are going to remain remote for the remainder of the semester. And in that case, final exams will be on ALEKS. They'll be just like exam 2 and exam 3. I'll allow you the 3 retakes. The window will open Monday, May 11th. It'll be due Monday, May 15th. And by Monday, it'll be due Friday, May 15th at 11:59 p.m., which is the end of finals week. For the written homework, so there are 2 total written homework assignments in the class. One has already been turned in. It was the piecewise function written homework, and I was accepting redos for that. Now, clearly I am not in person to collect these anymore, so instead of you turning them into me in person, we're going to practice social distancing, and I'm going to have you scan them and submit them as a PDF. A lot of people might not have scanners at home. However, there is a free app on the App Store called CamScanner, and I will upload a video on how to use CamScanner to save your file as a PDF and submit it online. So that will be coming soon. You'll see an assignment open up in Canvas with the opportunity to submit that redo, and then I will regrade those. I think 1 or 2 people handed me their redo in person. If you handed me your redo already, don't worry about it. I will grade that one. You don't need to rescan it. For the rational functions written homework, the written homework packet will be posted on Canvas, and then you're going to print it, complete it, scan it, upload it to Canvas as a PDF. So the same thing basically you're doing for the redo, just it's a whole new homework assignment. And that one will be due Sunday, March 29th at 11:59 p.m. I've had a lot of questions about the attendance extra credit, which is the 1% bump to your final grade if you missed 4 classes or less. I said you could make up to 2 absences, which as things with COVID-19 have developed, turned into you can make up as many as you want. I went ahead and took a look at everyone's attendance, and the vast majority of you have attended most classes, and I'm going to just give that 1% bump to the final grade to everyone, because I think most people would have continued to attend class the way that they started, with great, attendance. So everyone's just going to get it. It'll happen at the end of the semester. The last thing I want to talk about, just some considerations. I'm working very hard to make these changes to Canvas, to scan and upload my lecture notes, record videos, and still try to maintain some class meeting times, potentially some office hours. I appreciate you being patient with me. If things come late, if things get off schedule, I appreciate your patience right now. I am working very diligently to make this a good transition for all of us. And if you're patient with me, I'm going to be patient with all of you guys. I know this is a change for every single one of us. Please email me with any questions or concerns. I am happy to respond to your email. If you have a question, somebody else has the question. I will be posting a discussion board on Canvas soon where maybe we can share some of the more lighthearted things that are going on. So for instance, I've changed my dining room into a home office, which is fun. Both my husband and I teach from home right now. And we've changed our entire dining room into an office because we don't have one in our house. So I can take some fun photos of my new home office in my dining room and show you just, those new changes to this way of life. Maybe some pet photos. People love looking at pet photos. So there's going to be a discussion board where we can talk about the more lighthearted things, maybe share some silly photos. Additionally, I'd like to start up a discussion board that talks about the resources that are available right now, especially if you are going through some financial hardships, which I know many, many of you are. So I'd like to start up a discussion board where we can talk about those resources, maybe any kind of job postings that you've seen or companies that are working with people to help defer payments for a while. I think that's about all I have to say right now. We will be resuming class kind of, I mean, we'll be doing a question and answer session on Thursday. I will be posting videos hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow. That'll be the lecture for that section, for the sections that we would talk about on Thursday. But I have a feeling Thursday is also going to be a lot of just questions about the changes that are happening. So, I mean, Thursday is going to be kind of fluid class, but that's what it is, huh? I guess that's all I can say is this is what it is. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I appreciate all of you guys. I know this is tough, but we're going to get through it together. All right, bye.